Welcome to Workday Gourmet. Today we're making 15 minutes jambalaya. This is not a clickbait. We're not talking prep time here. This is ready to eat in 15. And this time the answer is not a microwave. Not for lack of trying, by the way. I was almost giving up on this challenge until I discovered you can cook rice like pasta. So that's exactly what we're doing. Cook 1 cup of jasmine rice in 4 cups of boiling water, along with 1 teaspoon of salt. Set your timer for 10 minutes, just like pasta. Not all rice cook the same. You can start checking on the doneness with a minute or 2 left. I'm using jasmine rice from Trader Joe's for reference. Now make a spice blend. 2 teaspoon cumin, 2 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon garlic salt, half teaspoon of black pepper, an optional 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Feel free to skip this if you don't need extra heat. Whisk well and move on to prepping your proteins. This is about 5 ounces of shrimp. Drizzle with olive oil and season with a teaspoon of the spice mix. I'm using a mix of shrimp, chicken, and sausage. Feel free to substitute proteins to your liking. Just keep the total to around 1 pound for each cup of rice. Toss and coat the shrimp in spice, and do the same with the chicken. I'm using a boneless, skinless chicken thigh. Feel free to use chicken breast, or leftover rotisserie chicken if you have them around. Now cut up some andouille sausage, which is pretty essential for southern dishes, but if you don't have it, any smoked sausage will do. I'm going to air fry these at 380 Fahrenheit for 8 minutes. You can convection bake these as well, or sear these in pan while you're chopping your veggies. But baking them on the side is just one less thing to worry about on the stove, and you don't risk burning anything while multitasking. Now prep your aromatics. The Holy Trinity: onions, celery, bell pepper. I'm throwing in a jalapeno for some extra flavor. Remove most of the seeds and it won't be too spicy. Dice all your vegetables. They cook up pretty fast, so you have ample time chopping and prepping while your rice and meat is cooking. Although if you have a food chopper, this is the time to use it. Gets the job done in less than 2 minutes. Now saute them in some olive oil until softened. There are a few different varieties of jambalaya. The main ones are Creole and Cajun. The Creole red jambalaya adds tomatoes, and the Cajun brown jambalaya does not. I personally like the Cajun version a little bit more, but both are delicious, so feel free to add some crushed tomato here. Now add your spice mix and fry until you can smell the spice. And add a cup of chicken broth. Bring to a boil. Taste for salt here. Depending on the broth you're using, you may need a pinch more salt. Now your rice should be about ready. They should be a little al dente and maybe 2 minutes from tender. Go ahead and drain it and add the drained rice into the spiced broth. Stir to coat the rice in the broth. Cook until broth is dried up and rice is tender. About 2 to 3 minutes. I'm using jasmine rice. Other long grain rice might differ in cook time slightly, so adjust as needed. Cook with lid on if you need the rice softer. Taste to check doneness of the rice. Take out your cooked protein from the air fryer and chop them into bite sizes. Fold them into the rice mixture and they're ready to serve. The rice should be perfectly cooked through but firmly holds shape. No mushy mess, just the right chewy texture. Serve these with a shake of paprika. Like and subscribe for more easy weekday dinner.